Good morning. Today is Saturday, September 4th, 2021. Welcome to Columnhenge at Alpha Ωmega. We're located halfway between Death Valley and Las Vegas, halfway between Joshua Tree and Area 51 in the Mojave Desert of the Southwest United States.
Welcome back to the most unique live stream daily ritual on the entire internet. What you're about to experience is a ritual from the 1st century AD, from earliest Christianity, that was recovered by archaeologists in Egypt in 1769 and comes from a document called the Bruce Codex. The Bruce Codex is an amazing book, or manuscript, containing 2 lost books of the Bible, the 1st and 2nd books of Yahweh, which purport to contain the secret magic teachings of Jesus to his apostles. I'm Reverend David Griffin.
I'm Reverend Leslie McQuade.
And this is the Lost Magic of Jesus Revival.
Now that it's September and we're getting close to equinox, notice how the hinge has come into alignment. Every place has their own alignment that may or may not exactly correspond to the equinox. And so I wanted to call your attention to the beautiful alignment that we see today.
Yeah, it's almost, you can see almost the perfect lines against the mow lines, the cut lines.
Yes.
Going between the pillars.
And by the time we get up there and the sun moves, it'll all settle in just perfect as we begin.
Wonderful.
The sun is the dispenser of light to the earth. May the living light of the God force inflame our souls with abundant life.
Our destiny lies amongst the stars, and to the stars humanity shall ascend.
Take a nice deep breath and feel into your body. Breathe deeply. Feel each breath as it moves through you. Follow your breath as it spreads and excites new sensations on your skin, on your forehead, inside your stomach. And as you are breathing deeply and feeling deeply into each and every part of yourself, visualize yourself as the tree of life, however it is you imagine that tree to be, and grow your branches up high into Alpha Sky. Drive your roots down deep into Omega Earth. I call on you in the east, Alpha. I call on you in the west, Omega. I call on you in the north, Alpha. I call on you in the south, Omega.
All right, get over here.
Oh, we'll wait just a moment. We're having a little trouble with Ein today.
Sorry about that. Houdini escaped.
No, it's all right.
Alpha.
At Omega.
The beginning.
And the end.
And the path of the age between. Sunrise.
And sunset.
And the path of the sun between. Birth.
And death.
and the path of life between. Alpha
Omega.
AΩ. This morning we open the 21st Treasury of Light. We begin by reaching out to the angels in the invisible. Angels of the 21st Treasury, attend. Watchers, we know your names. Step aside and grant us entry into the 21st Treasury. Ozaz. Ozaz. Eloes. Eloes. Azaias. Azaias. Let the watchers withdraw and let us enter into the 21st Treasury of Light. And there are 12 heads of my Father's treasury. And these are the names that are in the places when they sing praises to my Father and he gives light power to them. Mighty angel, head of the place of the east, we invoke you. Zo-zo-ze-ai. Zo-zo-ze-ai. Zo-ho-zai. Zo-ho-zai. Do-za-zak-sai. Do-za-zak-sai. Na-o-za-e-i-ai. Na-o-za-e-i-ai. Marazaz. Marazaz. Ozaz. Ozaz. Oza, ia. Oza. Oza, oza. Oza, oza. Os hozoza. Os hozoza. Azaiaos. Azaiaos. Naiaozaze. Naiaozaze. Aenazaz. Aenazaz. So we completed our journey through the places, invoking each of the 12 mighty angels, head in its proper place and proper rank. And at length we came to the place of the middle, called place of the midst, the place of the center, the place of the Father of the Treasury of Light. O Father of the 21st Treasury of Light, by your cipher and by your name we invoke you. O-A-Z-I-E. O-A-Z-I-E. Let the divine light descend. It is the intention of this ritual and our fervent prayer to establish human liberty worldwide.
Establish human liberty worldwide.
Abolish slavery in all its forms.
Abolish slavery in all its forms.
And we don't mean fake freedoms, like the freedoms they're giving the Australians to go outside 1 hour a day. We mean real freedom, like we used to have before we had to wear masks. And we don't mean fake slavery. We're talking about the slavery that needs to be abolished, like concentration camps in China where the poor Uyghurs are being held to have their organs harvested. We're talking about slave blocks, that's right, real slave blocks with black slaves being sold on an auction block in Libya today, not 100 years ago, right now. It's got to stop. Grant us a pro-human future.
Grant us a pro-human future.
Restore the purity of our air.
Restore the purity of our air.
Of our water.
Restore the purity of our water.
Of our food.
Restore the purity of our food.
And our medicines.
Restore the purity of our medicines.
Restore the integrity of our elections.
Restore the integrity of our elections.
And protect the integrity of humanity's genetic code.
Protect the integrity of humanity's genetic code.
And protect humanity from extinction.
Protect humanity from extinction.
All these things we ask in the name of the living Jesus. Amen.
Amen. So mote it be. Take a moment now to again feel into your body. This ancient magical rite we are doing together helps you experience more God Force energy within yourself. As you have more God Force energy within yourself, so you recognize a truth that so many allow to slip by. When you breathe in God Force energy, you are allowed a sneak peek behind the curtains of how this world truly works. This world is not stitched together as tightly as we might like to think. You know, the example I think of most was I was a child, and the first time I ever saw them build a house. I was astonished. I couldn't believe it. They were building a house, and the house was sitting right on the ground, and they poured dirt to level it out, and then they poured gravel to make it firm, and then they mixed up a special kind of mud called concrete that hardens into stone. And I was astonished at just how flimsy it all looked to me. When I was living in the house, it felt firm and stable and like the ground under my feet. But when I watched them build the house, I realized just how fragile the home that I was living in really was. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to point out to you the way that the equinox is appearing here in the henge. Look at this. Remember, I told you that in a few minutes the sun would move and it would line up. And look, we've been talking a few minutes longer and it's already passed out of alignment. That's because what we think of as time passes so much more quickly than we truly understand. And the world that we live in, because of this change, isn't as stable as we might like to think it is. And remember, I was mentioning that the equinox arrives different places at different times. Well, as I'm talking, I want you to watch this little sliver of light disappear. You see, the future is not distributed evenly all across the world. This is one of the big secrets that anthropologists learn but never share with anyone except those that are paying them. And you pay me, so I'm telling you today. The future is not evenly distributed here on Earth. And that's the secret to the power that these people can use over us. They control us because they have technologies just a little bit ahead of ours. Remember when the Europeans came here and their technology was just a little bit ahead of the Indians? And they were able to overwhelm them. And I tell you, that's what's happening now. The future is not evenly distributed, and we find ourselves a little behind the time, a little in the past. And those that have more future knowledge than we are seeking to lord it over us. But you see, you have an advantage there. You have access to the God Force energy that allows you to see into what? The mind of God, the Akashic record, however you want to describe it. You have access to future knowledge. You were given this gift by God. It is 100% accurate 3 seconds into the future. Scientists have shown this, and it scares them, because that means that we really are psychic. We really do have a connection, and that we really can see the future. You can see the future accurately 3 seconds into the future. Scientists have shown that every human being has the capacity 3 seconds in the future to identify what will happen. And so understand this and know that when you see that accident getting ready to happen, you've got 3 seconds to act. And 3 seconds can be the difference between someone surviving a stroke and someone becoming completely paralyzed by a stroke. Now look, as I've been talking, I was wrong. Instead of getting smaller, it's coming more into alignment because of the way the sun is moving. And see, look how fast that happened. Just in the time that I was talking to you and telling you about how the future isn't evenly distributed, we have watched the sun move into alignment because the future is moving that fast. Your 3 seconds is crucial. That 3 seconds into the future is more than most people realize they have, and it's enough for you to make a difference. When you breathe in and understand the power of the God Force and that 3 seconds, you are going to make a miracle happen today. You, through the power of the God Force.
Thank you, Leslie, for that beautiful and inspiring message. If you'd like to know more about the lost magic of Jesus, be sure to drop by our website at alphaomega.church. We'll be here with you and for you again tomorrow in the hour of sunrise. Once again, that's alphaomega.church. And until then, as always, have faith and expect a miracle.
And until we have the pleasure of each other's company again, may the God Force run strong within you. And, as always, may your magics work better than expected.